name is Nell, and I joined 3CI towards the end of 2010. It kind of was like, cool, I need to be stuck in community.
My name is Izeldi. Joined 3CI because I had a need for community.
Started last year, started a new job. Throughout that year, it just felt like, cool, I'm not doing anything I'm passionate about. Because instead of being an accountant, I ended up doing other stuff. So thought about it for a while, prayed about it, and was like, yeah, this is definitely the right time for me to start my own business. So we're excited. Yeah, 2020 rolls up, we're launching, website's going live, everything is going awesome. Streamlined it to probably 2 months later, I get a message from J-Man from the church. It's like, hey, we'd like to send your CV to King Price if you're keen. I'm not really that keen. It's like, are you sure? So we're like, okay, Sunday, we'll chat to Jay. But how about we just send it through? So I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, sending through your CV is not the worst thing. Didn't even think about it after that. And then lockdown got announced. And then all of a sudden, small businesses around the country started going under. So the target market that I was after all of a sudden seemed like it wasn't going to exist anymore. And as a husband, my first thought is, cool, so I'm not providing for my family. So now we're relying even more on my wife's income. As time went by, it's kind of like, Lord, what is this? This was not what you promised. This was not what you sent me through to. So I started questioning. I think it was also awkward because during that time, it's like, God, you've gone silent on me. Like, I'm not hearing you. I'm praying and you're not reaching out. Like, so what is this? And it's kind of hard because then you're trying to do live group through Zoom and everyone's struggling. You're wondering, like, is my struggle big or is it small? Like, should I be focusing on myself or actually reaching out and trying to like help other people?
So I studied occupational therapy. I went into the medico-legal field a few years ago, trying to find a place within OT that kind of fitted for me. So I went into that field. It went well for a while, and then I sort of felt lost in it. I felt like my purpose was OT, but not really, and couldn't really come to grips with that field. And resigned from my job, thinking that I would get a job probably in about 2 or 3 months. And unfortunately that did not happen, or maybe fortunately. So I ended up being unemployed for the whole of 2019. And what I found in that season actually is I found that as everything got stripped away, so my security got stripped away, my independence got stripped away, and I think in a way my purpose got stripped away, because my purpose was so rooted in kind of my job and my title. I kind of had to find out what my purpose is, and God so graciously through community showed me that my first purpose, first and foremost, is being a daughter of the King. And so I think especially in tough seasons, I got to see God providing for literally my daily needs, but I also saw God providing for me lavishly and extravagantly within community, through family, through friends, people that didn't even know me that well. And so for me in that season, I think God actually uses these seasons of crisis to shape us and to mold us, and we get to see sides of God that we would never get to see.
I mean, I remember there was a time where, I think it was in June, where like our bank balance as a family was 24 Rand. So that was real. We was like, okay, cool, business definitely tanking. Maybe we should actually just start applying for jobs. I'm not even looking for a high-end job. I just want something that will supplement our income. And then randomly, I decided to go through to my old employers. The store manager's like, hey, I got a call from King Price. So I called my wife and I'm like, yo, King Price is apparently looking at me. She's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'll check my emails when I get home. Check my emails, and there was an email from one of the guys in King Price. Literally, end of June, I had a job, like an offer was in, and I was like, sweet, this is happening, like out of nowhere, where it was like, everywhere else where I'd applied, nothing. It just felt like God was promising, like, I see you and I see your journey, but I've got you and I'll have you ready for the next step. So yeah, did it suck? yeah, it definitely sucked during this time, especially in lockdown where I had no idea what was happening. But there were also some good parts to it. Like I mentioned, because I love Super City, I got to be part of some of the videos they were recording for Super City throughout, because I was at home and I was working for myself. I even ended up joining my wife and helping out with like the moms group for some of their worship sessions, things that I never would have been a part of. So I think for me it was kind of like God took me on this weird journey to figure out what I love, what I'm into, but also for him to remind me that he's always in control. Because I think if I had planned my year out better, it would have been like, cool, I'd be rolling like 50 different clients, smiling day to day, but actually he was like, no, quieten down and just walk with me. So yeah, that has been my lockdown journey.
I got a new job in February 2020. It's kind of out of my comfort zone, but it was good. And 2 months later, the lockdown happened. And so got quite nervous because I'm not really settled in this field. 2 months after lockdown, I actually got a promotion at the company, which is just, it's crazy. I'm sitting now in a position where maybe I'm not as qualified in this position, but I actually move in out of a place of being free as a daughter of God first and foremost, and not within a title or a certain salary bracket. Through community that has reminded me, even in the good seasons, that we glorify God and that we are thankful for His blessing and His goodness on our lives, and that we don't just we don't just grovel at His feet in the hard times, but we actually come to His throne as well, in thankfulness in good times. God bou die kerk.
En sy gekreke hy.